Hey everybody, welcome to episode 56 of the Tiny Disc Podcast, a show about games and life. Excuse me, it's a clip show about games and life. I am Robert Scarpanito, and I'm joined here by the back-scratching Jack Spada.
This is a one-off, guys. It's a special celebration. We're on the 56th week, but I'm sure we've been around a little bit longer than a year at this point. But we are looking back on 2017/2018, year one of the Tiny Disc Podcast. It's a retrospective of the greatest moments. And I'm glad to be here, guys.
Should I even introduce Collin?
Sure,
at this point? Okay, and our favorite boy, our favorite Hawaiian shirt wearing boy, Collin Swirling.
You know, well, also I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say that
you're wearing the same thing you wore last week. What's up with that? Wash yourself.
I know. Well, also I wear Hawaiian shirts honestly because I like them. They're comfortable, and I like sunsets on my shirt.
This is fucking cultural appropriation.
Okay, hold on.
I want outrage.
You legally cannot wear a Hawaiian shirt without knowing a single Jimmy Buffett song.
Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, you should be shot with coconuts.
I know Jimmy Buffett songs, but it's like I can't name them. I know I've heard some before.
Okay, but you don't know a Jimmy Buffett song. If I say the word Margaritaville and you're like, where is that? Dude, that's not the right response.
Can you wear a Hawaiian shirt if you're a Hawaiian on Hawaii, but you don't know Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah, no, that's the other exception. But Colin's white as fuck.
AF.
Yeah.
It's
Anyways,
fine, Colin. I accept
I like wearing my Hawaiian shirts unironically. Okay, I know kids nowadays are like, yeah, Hawaiian shirts because they're cool. And
do you like going bowling?
Right? It's ugly, but it's like.
How do you feel about bowling?
What?
How do you feel about bowling?
How do I feel about? Oh shit.
In Hawaiian shirts.
That's like your opinion, man.
You guys hear they're re-releasing that movie in theaters this year, The Big Lebowski?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Like for one weekend.
The dude abides.
Yes. I'm excited.
They're also, just while we're talking about re-releasing movies, they're also re-releasing Dark Knight on IMAX.
Oh, shit. That'd be dope. I didn't know that. Yeah. I will go.
Yeah, it's been 10 years.
Hell yeah. Still the best super movie.
10 long fucking years.
Still the best superhero movie ever made, in my opinion. Absolutely.
Anyway.
Best
speaking of which, hold on, we can't go off yet. Did you guys fucking hear about Joaquin Phoenix being announced as the Joker?
No, and I kind of don't care anymore.
Dude, you're wrong. That is fucking terrifying. That is an incredibly inspired casting decision, I think, and it's actually really horrific for me to think of Joaquin Phoenix as a Joker. I think he's going to be awesome. Way better than Jared Leto.
I think he could kill it. Joaquin Phoenix is really good at getting that crazy look in his eye.
Fuck Jared Leto's Joker.
Well, but yeah, Jack,
we're not going to talk about Jared Leto right now.
Jared Leto. Yeah, wait, can we just make the rest of this episode about Jared Leto?
You know, I make my own hentai films with Jared Leto and Dragon Ball Z characters. It's my favorite thing to do in the world.
We have that.
Here we are.
That saved.
It's the reunion after the reality show happens. We're sitting here with Chris Hart. Oh shit, not Chris.
Rip
Ryan Seacrest.
That guy.
Chris Brown.
And looking back, we're looking back on the past year of shenanigans, weird shit on the walls.
Yeah, no, this is our this is the anniversary after you graduated high school. This is us kind of reminiscing about the past year or so of us doing Tiny Disc Podcast. So what we've done is we've all kind of looked through our backlogs, collected some clips, and we're like, hey, that was a good. We did something there, and we put it together, slapped it together, and the rest of this episode is just like a clip show. Basically, it's your greatest hits.
It's just highlights. It's the one show to play for someone that's never heard the Tiny Disc Podcast. Like, hey, why should I listen to the show? Well, these are the best we could do. It's the best we could come up with for reasons.
It's something unpredictable, and in the end is right. Have you ever time in your life?
We don't have these copyrights. I just want to remind the jury.
Okay, and
that's why you got to sing like you're tone deaf.
No. And also, maybe we should have said this at the top, but skip like 6 minutes in. That's when the good stuff starts. So like right about now.
Wait, what? Skip 6 minutes from the beginning or 6 minutes
of
from
this episode? Yeah. So basically, skip all the bullshit.
The 6 minute part.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I should have said this at the beginning, and you totally ruined the goof.
Great goof. Okay, so let's get to the clips, guys. This is it. Let's
give the people what they want.
Let's do it. salt.
Can we tell Lay's to make a Switch cartridge flavored chip?
Tell them whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, no.
Switch cartridge flavor.
Hold on. Colin, have you licked a Switch cartridge?
No, and I refuse.
You have no room to talk.
Dude, you should do it on the podcast.
Do it right now.
No, I'm not. I do not do it. I imported one of my cartridges, and I'm not licking Zelda. I am sorry.
Listen, you have to do it now. So I don't know if you realize that or not, but it's happening, and it's happening at the end of the podcast.
Jesus,
like I'm serious. Like you have to do it. We brought it up. This is a thing.
Yeah, look, you can't bring up cartridge flavored chips and not.
You brought this on yourself.
How did this go from favorite chips to dare?
You just have to like lick the edge, or you don't have to lick the connectors. You just have to lick any part of it, really.
You have to lick the sticker.
Is it gonna ruin my label, my saliva?
Oh God,
no.
Well, unless you've eaten some raunchy shit, but probably not.
Yeah. So okay, look forward to that.
Maybe eat some chips first.
Let's go back to chips. So you want to talk about your favorite chips?
Yeah, honestly,
bring it.
So off the top of my head, some of my go-to chips are like Funyuns. Funyuns pops up in my head.
Hold on, dude. This podcast is starting off awesome,
dude.
Okay. Are
you excited, Jack?
Funyun? Yes. Is a Funyun a chip? Is the great debate.
Oh,
that is
here
not
we
a
go.
chip, dude.
Okay.
Funyuns are not chips.
Oh my God.
So are we solely only doing potato chips?
You said chips, dude.
Yeah, but okay. I guess we should have said.
Listen, this is not the UK, dude. We're not debating if chips are fries,
dude. Okay,
like chips.
Okay, maybe we should have set some ground rules. When I think chips personally, and we don't have to do it this way, but when I think chips, I think like I'll pretty much anything that comes in a bag like that, like Cheetos. Like, because all this stuff is like, I think it's all by the Lay's company anyway. But it's like,
wait. So are you saying
a Cheeto is not a chip either?
Are you saying anything that comes in a bag? Because that is very broad.
Oh my God!
All right, so
pretzels.
Yeah. So
popcorn's chip now.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Here. When I hear chip,
potato.
I think of anything that's a flat potato chip,
okay.
or like with ruffles, like,
a tiny disc. One might say.
Potato chips.
However,
we'll say that.
Okay, because I would classify a Funyun as a snack.
Funyun is not a chip. Let's just be square on that, guys. Can we agree?
Okay, fair enough. It is not a potato chip. You're right. Yo, that's like why D&D was like getting the flack that it was in like the 70s or early 80s, because like you guys know the befuddled
movie
history of D&D, right? With like them. Is it the movie? What are you guys talking about? This movie is it like a documentary or something?
Wait,
no,
you don't know
a D&D movie?
Wait, I know some live action movies that are pretty bad, like for D&D.
No, there's like one live action movie. I don't remember the name of it, but it was based on a book written by a dude in the 70s who was like, D&D is literally like full of Satan worshippers, and like it's made by the devil. And
that's kind of what I was getting at. Yeah,
I'm talking about the movie that's just called Dungeons and Dragons. It's directed by Courtney Solomon, and it came out in 2000. That movie, guys.
Oh man,
I think I've seen that one though too.
Marlon Wayans is in it.
Yeah, it's bad.
They got a Wayans brother in Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad movie, honestly.
Well, anyway, the reason why it was getting all that press and being associated with like Satanism and all that shit was because there was an instance in like the late 70s and early 80s. Don't remember like all the details, but there was an instance where something happened in the game and some conflict broke out between either the like two players or like a player and the DM. And one of the dudes ended up like attacking the other with their weapons because they were role playing with weapons in hand.
Wow.
Well, did he roll a D20 first?
He must have rolled like a D1 and said like, nah, fuck you. It was natural. It was a nat 20. Like
D&D jokes, everybody.
But anyway,
wait, what even would a D1 be?
Yeah, I know. It's like,
did I say D1?
Disc. That's a D2.
But that's a D2,
so.
Yeah. It's like,
oh,
it's
shit.
like, wait, it's like you're about to reach the D1. Your DM's like, don't touch that. If you flip it over, shit's gonna happen. Like, don't flip it over.
The whole universe is just gonna fold in on itself.
Yeah, you're gonna start a black hole.
Anyways,
don't
excuse my misuse
D1.
of the English language.
Whatever you do.
Fuck.
Yeah, but anyway, yes, it ended up with someone getting an axe to the face or something and getting killed. So,
man,
yeah.
This podcast is full of dark turns. Speaking of dark turns, Robert, maybe we should intro the show.
It's
Maybe
a
you
dark,
think?
this is a dark
Put an
show.
axe to
Yeah.
the face of this damn show.
Welcome
This is
to
the longest podcast intro ever.
welcome to the dark edition of the Tiny Disc Podcast, a show about games and life. I'm Robert Scarpanito, and I'm joined here by Jack Cepeda
Bong bong.
and our good friend Collin Sparling.
Rolling a nat 20.
Hey,
that intro,
Colin,
though.
I got a tagline for you. Now, feel free
What?
to use it. You don't have to use it, but designer popularized it, and it goes like this. So let's do the intro again, but just introduce Collin Sparling, and I'll do his tagline.
Okay. Tiny Disc Podcast, and our good friend Collin Sparling.
Bra, bra.
Wow, you should see the waveforms on my recording now. It looks like really bad.
Oh no.
It's okay, but you feel free to use that. Feel free.
Yeah, we'll just have Robert sample some air horns too while
Yeah.
we're at it. Why not?
Yeah, I'll remember to do that.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
no. Oh gosh, we'll just turn this podcast into a Pitbull song.
Oh no.
Yeah, except Pitbull doesn't actually rap. He just has people featuring his songs and he doesn't do anything.
Welcome to the Tiny Disc Mr. Worldwide podcast.
Oh yes, I like it.
man.
We're off the rails already.
Are we though? What rails?
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Must have rolled the D1 wrong.
That's what happens when you touch the fucking D1. That's why they tell you.
Wait, then what's it? What the fuck's a D2 then though? Is there
Coin. It's literally
Oh,
a
yeah,
coin.
It's a coin.
I'm fucking
Just
done,
a
dude.
coin.
I'm leaving. All right, I've like reached new fucking levels of like idiocy.
So for me, whenever I see LaCroix in the store or at a supermarket, wherever, I always see enough that you could make a box fort out of it. Like you could fortify yourself.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a million flavors.
Yeah.
and
Yes,
you can
it's
build
awesome.
a fucking throne and a half, if not more so,
Like-
at anywhere you see record.
Like I've never heard anyone say, "Help, I'm out of LaCroix."
It's so cheap. That's why, man. It's so cheap.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. I think it's those people that drank pop or soda or whatever for years, and they wanted to get away from that, and kind of like it's kind of like their, it's like their what do you use for when you try to get off cigarettes? It's like their nicotine patch,
It's the patch.
or like it's like their version of vaping.
I don't know.
get
I just
off
like I like carbonation, but I don't. I'm trying to do it without the calories.
I guess I can understand that. It makes a little weaning yourself off of pop a little bit easier.
Yeah, that does make more.
But-
Like, so LaCroix is the vaping of soda.
It's basically what it is.
Holy shit! I can't argue with that.
But can you do cool
As
tricks?
Jack hits his vape and takes a sip of LaCroix.
Can you do cool tricks with LaCroix though?
No comments.
Is it fizzy enough to do that? Remember when Coke and Mentos was a huge thing on the internet?
Oh yeah.
Can that happen with LaCroix? Is the chemical reaction still there?
I wonder if it's like one of the ingredients or it's just the carbonation. Because I always see it with Coke or Pepsi. I can't
So
remember.
it's usually Diet Coke.
oh
Yeah,
Everyone says Diet Coke works the best.
Oh, it must. Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Might be all
Yeah.
those carcinogens exploding.
Dude, I mean, they have like fucking aspartame, dude. That shit is terrible for you.
Aspartame.
Aspartame.
I'm sorry. What?
Aspartame.
Like, look in the
aspartame. Are you talking about aspartame?
No. Aspartame. Look, it's an artificial sweetener. It's spelled
dude.
what?
Has anyone ever told you that you say that word really fucking weird?
Wait, aspartame? Is that you-
Aspartame. Yes.
I've heard it pronounced.
aspartame.
Okay, if that's the case, then I've heard it
I
pronounced the
thought
other
you
way.
were like talking about like some Greek god or something like that.
Yeah, the Greek god Aspartame blessed every
Exactly.
bottle of Diet Coke in the
He
world.
sounds
I'm
like
I'm
someone who
Googling
he
this.
sounds like someone who helps Wonder Woman or some shit. Dude, holy fuck, this is awesome.
Yeah, I will every time that it's just the trend with me. It's like, dude, you've been saying that fucking word wrong this entire time.
Yeah,
So it would not surprise me if I was.
It's aspartame.
I'm pretty sure it's aspartame.
It's aspartame.
It is aspartame.
But I like your moxie. I like the idea of it being aspartame.
How often do we get to see a grown man learn a new word? You know, like this is like a moment in history.
Espartame sounds like the hero lead of an anime about a Mexican.
Well, hey, listen, this is my rebuttal. If your fucking drink has shit in it that you can't even pronounce, you probably shouldn't be drinking it.
I mean, hey, I'm not arguing with that.
Okay, so...
I don't know if I want to do this fucking shot right now.
Can we please? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Power,
Let's
go,
get
go,
back to
mighty fucking morphin power of God Rangers.
Go, go, Power Rangers.
Do you guys actually think anyone's listening right now?
I'm putting
checked out.
I'm putting my vote. I'm putting my vote on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Power Rangers, not only do they have like fucking, a lot of them have like swords and shit. They have guns too, depending on what iteration you're talking about.
Who has the guns?
But they also like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They have like guns and shit, right? I don't unless that. Wait, do they? I don't know. I know
Here's
later.
the thing,
Like, listen, when I think of like fucking what is it? Power Rangers Wild Force. They had guns. But here's the thing though, like. They also have Zoids, like Zords or whatever the fuck. Is that what they're called? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Zords.
Zords,
Something. Right?
But here's the thing: these turtles are 50% shell, and they have turtle power.
Turtle power is a factor. Is a key factor in this.
I don't think we can unfactor the turtle power.
Do the Power Rangers have their own full-length music album on cassette tape?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in a Half Shell, Turtle Power.
I did, guys. You want a treat? You want a treat?
No, I might throw up.
You don't want a treat?
I might throw up.
Listen. You better choose your words carefully. Do you want a treat or do you not want a treat?
Shove it in my mouth, Jack.
Oh no! Oh, Robert, you bad man. So when I was a little kid, when I was like 6 years old, this is back when like the radio was still a thing, right? And so they did a contest where you had to write your own Ninja Turtle rap. And you had to submit it. Bro. Listen, you had to write your own Ninja Turtle rap song and submit it to the station for like a contest prize. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was like concert tickets or whatever, because they were on tour. The motherfucking Turtles were on tour.
What?
Okay. And it was something like that. I can't remember. So allow me to bless the mic and regale you with the Ninja Turtles rap that I wrote when I was 6 years old. Are you ready for this?
Dude,
I hold the power to veto this at some point if I feel it is necessary.
It's only like 30 seconds long, so
Oh God.
yeah. So just gird your loins. Okay,
gird your loins. What?
So it started out. Okay, can I have some silence on the mic here? Take a drink, Colin.
Dude,
it started out with like a beat, right? And it was like turtles, 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 turtles. Oh, let me finish the song.
Oh my God.
Turtles, 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 turtles.
Reverb.
This is a story about 4 turtles. They get their muscles by jumping hurdles. They eat their pizza with anchovies and a slice of ice cream, mustard, even mice. Donatello, he's the whiz of the group, and he hates the food called turtle soup. Raphael, cool but rude, and the enemies think he is quite crude. Michelangelo, he's a party dude, and he eats some pizza when he's in the mood. Leonardo, he's a leader of the gang. Cowabunga, turtle power, they all sang. Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo too. Don't forget Leonardo. They're Splinter's crew. They're Splinter's crew. Yeah.
That was the fucking greatest thing I'd ever heard in my entire life.
At least welcome, people. Yeah, welcome to TDP, the Tiny Disc Podcast, a show about games and life. I'm Robert Scarpanito, and I'm joined here by Jack Cepeda.
Bong bong.
What the fuck?
I'm working on a new sign-on, guys. Do you like that one?
You're workshopping it.
Yeah, it's just workshopping this.
Here's some feedback. It's weird.
Okay. I was going for
just a heads up.
and also Colin Sparling.
The fidget spinner master.
Oh man,
That was just
what is
cringy.
this? What is this show, man?
Dude, I'm trying to top. Now I'm just trying to top Jack.
I know the pressure was on, and I didn't tell him I was going to do that. So good effort, I guess. Good effort, but continue.
Dude, I'm just waiting. Like reverse it.
that.
Like 10 years back when everyone put XX in front of their Xbox gamer tags, and like you're gonna have like XX fidget spinner master or something now instead of like 360 no scope #420 thing.
No doubt.
Yep.
So, Colin, during one of our pre-production meetings, you asked us a very good question that I think should be shared.
Before we bring this up real quick, let's just go around the table. Me first, then Robert.
Okay.
Let's just talk about our favorite fruit.
Oh, all right. Okay, sure.
Let's just talk about it. You go first, Robert. Actually, I said me first, but you first.
All right, fine. Yeah, it's the mango. Absolutely. 100%.
Are you serious?
100%.
Really? The
Why?
mango. Why the mango? First of all,
Why the mango? It's so delicious. And it's got just the right amount of sweetness and sometimes like tart sweetness.
Okay.
It's just a great fruit.
See, I am very appreciative of the mango. Only problem is I tend to think it's like a weird texture. It's like greasy almost.
Greasy? No. I would not describe
I don't
mangoes.
know. Like,
I don't know where you get your mangoes, bro.
No, I think what the problem. I've only had like fresh mango a handful of times, and I think I cut it at like the wrong ripeness or something. I did something wrong. Yeah.
You gotta when a ripe mango is quite delicious, I have to say. So I'm glad to hear you said that, Robert. I wasn't expecting that. We're just kind of doing this off the cuff here, but that was what I was going to say. Mangoes are my favorite fruit as well, and I just so happen to be drinking mango beer by Blue Moon, which I'm trying for the first time. I don't know if it's a seasonal or regional thing, but mango wheat, and it's quite delicious. It's excellent. So
I need to find that. I need to pick one up.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. Do you still
so
put
the
an
problem? What?
Yeah. I was going to ask, do you still put an orange in it?
I don't eat it.
Okay.
It's got the mango in it. Mango's far
Right.
superior. So anyways, I suffer the misfortune of being allergic to mangoes as well too. So it really sucks. Like I get a weird rash if this juice touches my skin, or I just like break out. It's really bad, and then my throat kind of gets itchy and all that. But I'm like, it's so good, I'm still gonna eat some in moderation. But like if I ate mangoes for like a straight half hour, I might have to go to the hospital. So
Yikes. I'm so sorry.
yeah. But I enjoy a good mango every now and again. So right, to kind of dovetail off what you were saying, Robert, that we did uncover a unfortunate truth, shall we say?
Yeah, Colin.
And as soon as Colin brought this up, we just told him to shut up immediately. We're going to talk about the show. So I've been looking forward to this conversation for the greater part of 48 hours. So Colin, what's go ahead, tell us your favorite fruit, and then tell us about kiwi if it's not your favorite fruit.
Well, oh man, my favorite fruit. Oh man, I'm just gonna go with something easy because I think I would have to say strawberries because I love strawberries. I love everything that's flavored strawberry. Like usually like candy that's strawberry flavored is usually the best of its kind. Like Starburst, best kind of strawberry. Come on, guys.
Fair enough.
Right?
Dude,
like
I'm going to bring out the hood a little bit here. I'm going to invoke the hood and just let you know that when I first found out that Popeye's fried chicken offers strawberry Fanta, I like basically pooped my pants a little bit because it was such a cool idea. Strawberry Fanta is the best. It's so ghetto. It's so bad for you, but it's so delicious. So
like it's like red Faygo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I take off my hood now?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I see.
Visual to go. So there was
I
a
was
hood
gonna,
up. Now the hood is down.
I was
Okay,
like, I saw it. I was like, Robert never wears a hood. What is
Yeah, it was
happening?
Threw me off a little bit, but it's okay. So go ahead, Colin.
So I was basically looking for, I guess, not so much judgment, but I asked the question because somehow kiwis got brought up, and I asked the question: is it weird that I eat the skin of a kiwi?
No. I would like to correct the record. Colin asked, I eat, well, he went on to say that I eat the flesh of the kiwi. Is that weird?
And then I was like, wait, what?
And then there was like a couple seconds of probably me and Jack being like, it's weird you're asking that question. And then Colin's like, oh, wait, no, I meant the skin.
Yeah, and we're like, whoa.
Yeah, at that moment I was like, what?
Who does this? Yeah, I thought he was totally messing with us, man. Like,
So
are you
wait.
serious? Okay, then we stopped
you're-
there, and now I've been wondering, like, what?
So wait, why? I don't understand why it's weird that I eat the skin of a kiwi. I don't get, like, I don't understand. how that's weird because
How did you start doing that? You just picked it up and grabbed it and just went like an apple or some shit?
I don't know. Listen, my mom is like right upstairs. You can ask her because she ever since I first ate a kiwi, she just left the skin on it and she chop it up and leave the skin on it.
And you just wait in slices, in like quarters?
In slices. Yeah, in slices with the skin on.
Holy shit.
Do you?
Wait, I don't
I
understand. It doesn't taste bad.
Can I
don't
ask
understand.
a slew of questions?
I guess. I
I'm
don't
scared.
understand what the outrage is.
Do you eat the skin of an orange?
That's what I was
No.
thinking. Like, oh, clearly not.
That's not the same.
Banana.
No, that's
There
not
is
the same.
a movement online of people biting bananas, like with the skin on it, like they bite it like an apple.
Okay,
and-
yeah.
but you
it's
eat the
pretty great.
you eat the skin
That's
of
a
an
thing.
you eat the skin of an apple. You eat the skin of a pear.
Sure. Okay.
But
also,
here's the thing. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, have you ever heard a human being bite through the skin of a banana? It is the most terrifying crunch sound effect I've ever heard.
I can only imagine. Oh no, I have a banana right here. So I'm saying I eat the skin of fruit that is delicious, but when the skin is not delicious and is unpleasant, I don't eat it. That's like my basic rule, right? So it's
But,
kind of
okay.
a gross skin, dude.
So have you guys ever actually taken a bite out of like
You're
the
not
skin of a
supposed
kiwi?
to eat the skin of kiwi.
Well, why? What's the stigma against it? I don't understand.
It's gross, dude. It's like a furry ball sack. Like you don't eat that. Like I'm telling you, I'm sorry. Okay, it's not a natural thing. I'm not telling you not to do it anymore if you want to do it, but it's just so weird.
By that logic, you could argue a peach is like that.
Yeah, kind of.
No, peaches are
Yeah,
totally
it is.
fine
It's
to eat.
fuzzy. It's fuzzy.
Pretty fuzzy.
By that logic.
I don't eat the skin of a peach.
I do. But and a lot of people
You don't eat peach skin?
No, I
eat
don't.
peach skin. Oh, you're supposed to eat that.
Yeah, and actually, I usually go for like nectarines because they're like the anti-fuzz version of a peach.
But so let me tell you this, Colin. So you really think? I mean, obviously you're used to it and you do it and you'll continue to do it. But you really think
Right.
it's like a normal thing? Like your friends haven't come to you and been like, "What are you doing, Colin?"
Because I've had some people that say, "Oh, I mean, it's fine. I don't really go out of my way to do that, but I understand or whatever. It's no big deal." And I've had other people that's like, "That's fun." Like some people have looked at me and I'd be like, "That's fucking disgusting."
Wait, so
It is
when,
kinda gross.
wait, if you ever host a dinner party and you're like giving out hors d'oeuvres and you're like, I'll slice up some kiwi for hors d'oeuvres, would you leave the skin on for other human beings to consume and put in their
I
mouth
bet he would.
holes?
You fucking
Well,
monster.
that's just how I've been raised. That was left the skin was left on, but now that I know that it's not a normal thing for people to eat kiwi with the skin on, I guess
would
I will
it
go
would
out of my
seem
way.
to me like kind of tough to chew.
It's not though. You got that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think you guys have ever eaten it because it's really not as bad as you think.
I can't do it. Like they sell these snack packs with kiwi, and they come with this weird utensil. They're kind of handy in this case. So it's just like a half spoon, half knife, like one side's a knife to cut the kiwi in half. And then you have two kiwi halves, and then you take the spoon half and you like scoop out the good kiwi stuff. And I think the middle part of a kiwi is very delicious.
It is.
Probably my favorite part of the kiwi. It's probably
Absolutely.
most flavorful. Yeah. So,
But I don't know. It's just the texture's not as bad as it seems, and if you let it like ripen a little bit, it gets a little soft, and so it's not as hard to eat. And it's like the skin isn't even. It almost reminds me of the skin of an apple. It's just a little bit more tart.
wouldn't it? My argument is, wouldn't it be better if you didn't eat it? Wouldn't it mean like, oh, this is just all good instead of mostly good?
I
and
mean,
some really
that's where
terrible
all the.
parts?
I mean, to be fair, that's where all the fiber is in the fruit. Like that's where a lot of the nutrients is in a fruit. Is usually the skin. Believe it or not.
I'm sitting next to or not sitting, but I'm talking next to two strange people because. Robert, you don't eat the skin of a peach? What's up with that?
No, I mean, for one, I don't eat that many peaches in the first place. So
Same.
there is that. But I've never thought like, oh, I'll eat the skin too. It's fuzzy. That sounds delicious on my tongue.
But you skin the peach and then eat it?
yeah.
Really? Fascinating.
Oh, speaking of restaurants, I did speaking of buyouts because I mentioned it like a second ago about Snapple buying Applebee's. That was a joke, but for real though, what happened for real? I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Arby's bought out Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
so
And I
I don't know
more
how to
Arby's in
feel
my
about
life.
it.
Does that
I
mean
don't-
Buffalo Wild Wings now has the meats as well?
I don't know. Be like Buffalo Wild Wings. We have the meat. It doesn't roll off the tongue the same way.
We also have the meat.
Yeah, we also have the meat.
The meat is here as well.
No, so according to the press release, they're gonna like run still like independently of Arby's. It wasn't like they just said Arby's, I think, for headline purposes because it was actually the conglomerate that owns like Arby's and some other stuff. I forget.
It's Wendy's core, isn't it?
Is it Disney?
It's Wendy's.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, it's on their ticker. It's WEN. It's Wendy's.
Oh, maybe. I don't know, but I don't know. So it's still a crazy idea, but apparently they're just going to run independent. Hopefully that means their prices go down because B-Dubs has gotten expensive.
So I really am looking forward. So just to go off Deadpool for a second, I really am looking forward to hearing Robert's reaction because there's a point. If you've never been to Cedar Point, it's the roller coaster capital of the world.
Are you saying there's a Cedar Point?
There is a point.
Lake Erie's rock and roller coast.
There's a point. It's like an island. I don't know if you know that, Robert.
It's a peninsula.
Is it a man-made island or is that a?
I don't know.
Anyways, it's like Manhattan kind of, but smaller. But
a peninsula, if you will.
It's an island, and you have to drive out on this very narrow bridge across Lake Erie to get to it. And when you're on that bridge, you can see Cedar Point off in the distance, and just the silhouette it creates is. Are those fucking sheep? Oh, they're fake sheep.
They're fake sheep.
We are, we're in the heartland now, guys. We just passed like some random church out in Delaware, Ohio.
Oh, okay, so for a second, I thought you were saying, like, in one complete thought, that when you see the silhouette of Cedar Point, you will say, "Is that fucking sheep? Is that fucking sheep?"
Cedar sheep. No. That was really just off-putting. I was like, wait a second, what are sheep doing in fucking Delaware? Anyways, no, it was
We're
fake
in
sheep.
Delaware.
They put fake sheep out by their cross in front of that church. That was not expected.
Do they do like are there slick paint jobs for tractors? Or
Cholos. There aren't too many Cholo flame.
Cholos.
You know how you can like mod cars like 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder engines? There's something similar. Are there muscle tractors?
Listen, I'm about to blow your fucking mind right now, Robert. I'm about to blow your fucking mind. Because in Bowling Green, Ohio, there is something that we have every year called the tractor pulls.
Okay, I'm aware of tractor square dancing, so that's not as surprising as you think.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, tractor square fucking dancing.
So what they are is they're tractors that are super fucking souped up, and people attach a trailer to them, and what it does is it has a weight on it, and the weight gets pushed closer and closer to the tractor to give it more and more weight, and the tractor's got to go as far down the track as it possibly can. And thousands of people gather to watch this.
Oh my god.
I know what you're talking about. And they're like ultra, like really strong tractors, and they're like, they'll like pull a wheelie because they're pulling weight so hard. Yeah, I've seen that. That's on ESPN and shit.
Oh my god.
Is it?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, they have everything on ESPN. They have esports on ESPN.
They do.
Yeah, and it's like an entire festival too. Like they have fair food and like, yeah, it's basically like it's a huge event.
Eesh.
Yeah.
Leave it to America, I guess.
All right, guys, I'm not going to delay very long here. Question of the week. First question of 2018.
Whoa.
Gird your loins.
Girded.
This is a would you rather question, gentlemen.
My body is Reggie.
Would you rather be a small bird with many predators or be a bottom feeder with no predators? Discuss. And when I say bottom feeder, I mean like on the darkest depths of the ocean where it's like so dark you need like bioluminescence just to see where your nose is.
Would I have bioluminescence, or is evolution not kind to me?
You would have to depend on other animals' bioluminescence.
You know what?
No, fuck that. I'll give you bioluminescence. You get one light bulb on an antenna above your head. You get one light bulb.
Yeah, and then you have like echolocation or something.
But there's no predators. Or you're a bird, but there's tons of predators.
I'm gonna go with the bird because I too like to live dangerously. No, so I mean it's like fucking, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with like there's like a PUBG analogy there that I'm trying to come up with.
It's not there, Colin. It's not there. Don't
Would you rather battle royale?
Yeah.
100 would
No,
you rather
it's
questions
like-
go in.
It's like okay, like kind of like I'm flying through the air, like just like I'm running, to the circle in PUBG. I'm having a good fucking time, and if I die, I die. But it's like I enjoyed the journey. It's all about the journey, not the destination, boys. Because you're swimming at the bottom of the ocean, you're fucking eating, I don't know, whatever the fuck other fishes shit, I guess, or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Delicious.
You're eating all the
great.
shit that floats down to the bottom.
It's a fucking great existence. Whereas I could be a bird flying through the fucking air and building nests and then having lots of fucking, bird babies, aka eggs, and just fucking, living the bird's life, that unreleased Pixar movie called A Bird's Life.
Isn't that not good?
I'll
You saying A Bug's Life isn't good?
No. Isn't there like a bird short like before Coco that everyone hated?
Oh, that I have no idea about.
I haven't
That's
seen
pure
Coco yet.
coincidence if that's true.
It might not have
Yeah.
been about birds. I'm not 100%.
So I'm gonna wait
No,
till
there
Robert.
was a Frozen short that nobody liked.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was.
I'm gonna wait till Robert answers to give my 2 cents in. Robert.
Look, I'm not one to count all my bird eggs before they bird hatch, but I'm gonna say birds for this.
Really?
Because, yeah. So here's the thing. I agree with Colin that it's all about the journey, not the destination. And when I think about my journey as a bottom feeder, like the coolest place I'd be able to see is the Marianas Trench, and I can't even see it.
You got a light bulb's view.
What was that movie? Is it just called The Abyss? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That movie's
it's
insane.
yeah, it's just kind of, it just sounds like a boring lifestyle. Like you're just kind of looking for the next little nummy like near you. That's kind of it. Whereas as a bird, like I'd totally be that bird that's like, I'm gonna make a fucking nest at the top of the Eiffel Tower, and there's nothing y'all can do to stop me.
See,
Until another bird or something.
you guys
kills
are ignoring a
I'd
very
fight
important aspect, I think.
What's important?
Well, we're humans,
Well, yeah.
so we're at the top of the food chain. So we take it for granted that we don't have to. Like Louis C.K. has a pretty famous, I guess he's kind of a toxic individual right now, but he had a pretty famous joke about being at the top of the food chain. Like everything else on the planet has to die by being eaten to death, like something is killing you and eating you, and that's how you die. Whereas humans, he makes a joke like we just die in a hospital bed somewhere, like all old and shriveled, like, oh, I love you, and that's how we go. So we're at the top of the food chain. So if you're a bottom feeder, you never have to worry about being eaten to death. Whereas if you're a bird, you're going to get eaten to death relatively quickly. You guys are talking about these great lives you're going to live and all these great things you're going to do. You're not going to fucking live that long to do any of that. It's going to be a very short life.
That's fine, but that life is gonna be great. It's gonna be greater than just what's the next piece of shit I'm gonna eat. Oh, there it is.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, think about being eaten to death is the worst way to go, man. That's the most terrifying shit I could ever think about.
Yeah,
Listen.
but you're probably coming at it from a human perspective, right? I think if you came at it from a bird perspective, it's kind of like it's the
You're a
circle
human.
of life.
No, you're Robert Scarpanino in a bird's body.
Oh, I just take over a bird one
Yeah,
day.
exactly. Yeah, you do a Mario cap, you Odyssey cap that thing.
Can I be Zazu from Lion
Would
King?
you still do now? Does that change your perspective?
Yeah, probably.
You still would do it?
Yeah.
I'm just
So
too scared of being
like, would I
eaten.
want to be Zazu from Lion King, or maybe a seagull from Finding Nemo? My.
So that's it, guys. All right, we know what you guys want. You choose death over life.
Hey
And you
man,
choose
in the
bottom
words
feeder over
in the
fun.
words of James Hetfield's mother, the brightest flame burns quickest.
I thought you were just gonna say yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the words of his mother. Yeah,
That's how James learned it. That was his first words. Come on, James, say it. Yeah. You just wake up and instead of crying in the morning, when you wake up, he would just go, yeah. He didn't cry. He didn't cry when he came out of the room. He yahed all the way out the room.
He's yang again. All right, give him the bottle. And this is I just wanted to throw that out there. But here's some news that happened pretty recently. It's fresh, hot off the presses. It's just right out the oven. We're going to Jack Cepeda live on the field. Jack, you are at Nintendo's cardboard factory. What do you have in store for us today?
There's blood everywhere. The paper cuts are
God.
real.
Oh, Jesus.
This is terrible. I was trying to make a backpack and become a robot boy.
Shut it down. Shut it down. It's all over.
Help me. There's so much blood. There's so much blood.
And with that, we are introducing Nintendo Labo.
Labo, Labo, however the hell you say it.
Labrador.
Nintendo Labo, subtitle, there's blood everywhere.
See, what...
Paper cuts, guys.
They were just like, listen, it wasn't. They weren't even trying to sell it as a toy, though. That's what I love about this trailer. Like, I mean, it is a toy, but like the way that this trailer starts, it shows the fucking literal flat piece of cardboard coming out onto the conveyor belt, and then they just stamp it, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna sell you this for $80.
Hold on a second.
So you guys done listening? Fucking listen to like 40 minutes or so of clip show.
Those were some of the.
You fucking tired of our shit yet?
The hardest I laughed ever. As the British say, I proper belly laughed in some of those moments.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to say we got a few minutes of funny things. I'd like to think. I don't know. Question mark?
No.
In true Jim Sterling fashion, thank God for us.
I don't know if we have copyright on that either. But you know, my favorite clip was when Collin actually lost an arm live on the show, and we had to kind of like talk him through what to do to suture up that wound. I mean, you may have missed it, so maybe like go through and listen to the episode again. Just see if you can find that clip.
It was quick. It was quick there.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah, there was like a whole scene, like in that scene for Toy Story. Oh yeah, Buzz is right here. He's fine. Hey guys,
I can't believe
I love you too.
I can't
Buzz.
believe Robert actually cut the head off that horse and put it in that guy's bed for him to wake up and find the next day. It was straight out The Godfather. It was really weird.
Yeah, I mean, because I had just watched that movie for the first time the night before. You know what I mean? So I was like inspired.
Might have been a bit of an overreaction, Robert. Just saying.
But it led to one of our best episodes ever, right?
I guess so. Hey, these clips are off the chain.
Best clips we've got, 100%.
Yeah. That was a quick part too. I don't know if you missed that too. So
yeah, Collin, did you have a favorite clip?
Yeah, I like the one where like Robert takes off his glasses and turns out he's like fucking Cyclops or some shit, and just takes out his fucking his camera and his microphone.
Yeah, no, that was an expensive episode for me.
We put a lot of our own personal funds into that one. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, like every single episode, we're up to like what, episode 56 now?
Yeah, this is 56.
Yeah, there's been about 56, 57 new microphones on Robert said at this point.
My favorite moment of last year was when Leviathan and Poseidon, god of the sea, fought for the lost souls of Earth. That was a moment in TDP history. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm glad we could capture that live too. We got like live footage. Like, unfortunately, we're a podcast, so we kind of lost all the video of it. But,
I know it would have been
audio.
a great show if we just did visual medium. So
right, the audio.
Yeah, there's like some really lo-fi recording, kind of like how there's like that one picture of the Loch Ness monster, that one picture of Bigfoot.
Yeah. Oh, and you guys remember the episode where we actually had an interview with Bigfoot?
That was so weird. He is very eloquent, actually. He's an eloquent
he's
speaker.
like. He is super into Dungeons and Dragons.
Who would have?
You mean that wasn't Jack?
Who would have known? Who would have known that the Sasquatch would have been so erudite? It's crazy.
It's good stuff, man. I'm so glad you guys, the audience, have been listening to the show for so long, because you know about all these goofs we're talking about, these great, famous clips from our great show. I think it's time to probably wrap us up.
Yeah, get our hands off of patting each other's backs and sacks.
Yeah. Right. So, hey, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you know, all that jazz, you can email them to us at tinydiscpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on all of our social medias, you can find those links at tinydisc.com. That's where you can also find all of our previous episodes where, you can find like the Bigfoot podcast on that webpage. And hey, if you enjoyed,
it's there. You just got to look hard.
Yeah, you do. And if you enjoyed what we did, consider leaving us an iTunes review. If not, find a friend who's lost an arm, get them a bionic arm, kind of like the one Collin has now after he lost his arm.
Just
in that
cut your
episode.
friend's arm off first.
Yeah, I'm over here looking like motherfucking Adam Jensen or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't ask for this.
Right, and tell them, hey, I got you a bionic arm because my good friends Robert, Jack, and Collin on the Tiny Disc podcast told me to, and you should listen to that podcast because they're responsible for your arm, basically. Just consider that. Hey, where can we find you guys online?
You can find me at @booboo__55 on aka Collin and Mono on Twitter.
I am at mr._CEPEDA on Instagram. What a year. What a year. What a season. What a season. Thanks, guys, for being with me on the show. It's a great time.
Hey. You can find me at Pinoptimist, PINOPTIMIST, and that's on all the socials, every one of them, every single one, even the obscure ones. So, hey, you know, right now, Collin and I are on the road, which is crazy to think about that we're like cross country while you're hearing our voices in your head.
Are you guys
Yeah, we're
going
probably
to
getting eaten by some sort of cult in the middle of Montana.
Are you
but
guys
it's
going to
fine.
listen to our whole series like on the road?
Yes, because it's the only good podcast worth listening to.
Yowza, shots fired.
Exactly. You dude, hey, listen, it's like watching fucking tape, all right? Like you're like you're a football team. Yeah. you gotta watch the tape. Fucking learn. Listen, because the next fucking year when we do these clips, this clip show, shit, these clips are gonna be so much worse.
They're gonna be so much worse.
This dumpster truck is not fucking it's heating up, man. That fire, it's gonna burn even hotter.
It's all downhill from here, boys.
But not to get you excited for next year's clip show, but I'm in the works trying to get another interview with werewolf. Just letting you know. So stick around for
Lycans
that.
on the Tiny Disc podcast.
Oh yeah.
But Robert, you have a silver microphone.
Rip. Hey, so thank you so much for listening to this clip show of the Tiny Disc podcast, and we might see you guys next Thursday. If not, we'll tweet about it.